So I think my first Call of Duty was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or COD 4, whatever you want to call it. And the only reason why I picked it up was because I asked the people at GameStop, I said, hey, what's a good game to play? And at the time I was on the Xbox 360, and they said, COD 4. It's a really good game, multiplayer is awesome, and all that stuff. But I never really cared about the multiplayer. I mostly cared about the campaign, and the campaign in COD 4 was amazing. My favorite level, like everyone else, was the sniper level. I think it was a flashback level. That one was probably the best, the best level in all of Call of Duty, because that was just so much fun, to be honest. But hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is SheeGee, and today we're going to be talking about the campaign mode for Black Ops 3. Now, I came into this game, like many, we only cared about the multiplayer, but for me, I like to kind of dive into the campaign mode because it's, I don't know, it's part of the game. I love the campaigns for Call of Duty, and not a lot of people really say that much because, people mostly cared about the multiplayer, and that's kind of what's been kind of big with this game. So I do want to talk about the single player, because it's definitely, in terms of the story mode, it's a lot different than a lot of the other Call of Duties. Playstyle is still the same. You go from point A to point B and kill everything that's in between and try not to die. But in the sense of the story, it still has that typical Treyarch twist. When you play, I never played World at War, and I feel like I really should, just at least for the story, because I know that World at War tied a little bit with Black Ops 1, and surprisingly enough, Black Ops 3, as far as I remember, I mean, it's been like a few days since I beat it, I didn't really see any tie-in from the previous Black Ops games in terms of the story, so, I mean, that's fine. It seems like this game is like way into the future already, so that's okay with me. But yeah, it didn't really tie in. But like the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, there's always that twist at the end kind of thing. And a lot of Call of Duties do that. They always have that little twist, that little plot twist at the end that really blows your mind. And this game really had it. But the whole game itself and the story, like I said, point A to point B, kill everything in between. No, don't die. That's pretty much how most games are anyways. And shoot down things. But the story was a lot different because a lot of it was kind of a simulation where things, kind of got a little mindfuckery, I guess you can say, But it was, I like the story a lot, and this campaign has co-op mode, which I really love. I love co-op. Co-op is a lot of fun because I get to play with Ray for one thing, and sometimes you want to play with friends, but you don't want to do it in a competitive manner, like in the Call of Duty multiplayer. Sometimes it's just fun to just mess around. That's kind of what Zombies is too. You just kind of mess around and work together, and that's kind of like what I like about the co-op here. Now, we only played a little bit, so we haven't really gotten into it as much, but I still like it. So it's kind of cool that they actually implemented that. If you guys finished the campaign, I don't know how many actually did. I'm sure a lot of people finished the campaign, but for those who don't know, when you finish the campaign, you can go back through the campaign again in a mode called Nightmares, which is I absolutely love this, and I love Treyarch for doing this. So Nightmares, basically, you go through the whole game again, but the narration and everything, the narration's different. The narration talks about zombies, basically, and lo and behold, you get into the game, and instead of guys shooting at you, and there's still guys shooting at you, but the main enemy here is the zombies. So if you can imagine, you're going through the campaign, and there are zombies, and that's pretty cool. And I really want to get into that. I want Ray to finish the campaign, so we can get into Nightmares, and it's amazing. And I really applaud Treyarch for this because I don't think any other game has done this, not even the previous one, and it's fantastic. It is a lot of fun. I played it solo for a little bit, but I was like, oh, this is something that is going to be really fun doing co-op. So I kind of put that aside and was doing some co-op gameplay or co-op single player with Ray to try to get him to finish the campaign so we can do nightmares. But yeah, you know what? Overall, the campaign, I don't really want to give away the story. You know, it's just something you gotta experience, because while people might get bored of the campaign, there's a lot more into it. It's a lot more mental, I guess you can say, in terms of story. Gameplay, it's very typical, you know. I've been repeating it over and over again because it's the same thing. Get to point A, from A to point B, kill everything in between, don't die. Sometimes shoot down, you know, giant robots. Oh, there is robots. Let me backtrack a little bit, because well, yes, you do have to shoot things to kill. There are special abilities that you can unlock and you can use to fight, you know, the enemies. And I like using the stuff that goes up against the robots, like I can't remember what it was called, shoot. But you can basically, you know, take control of some of the sentry guns, or use like this thing that blows up the robots with your mind. I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, there's also that aspect to it, so that's kind of cool. You know, I'm totally down for that, because it's not just shooting; it's a little bit more tactical in that sense. But yeah, you know, I don't really want to recommend people playing the campaign, because I know people are way too excited to play multiplayer. And if you guys don't want to play the campaign, that's totally fine. But to beat it and get into nightmares, that's probably the the only thing that makes it worth it. And I think that's what Treyarch was trying to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed my campaign commentary. And whatever video is playing in the background, I don't know. I'm just recording this without looking at gameplay. But if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you have yet to subscribe to Mr. and Mrs. Gamer, go ahead and do that too. I really appreciate it. And to everyone who's been, you know, sticking around with our channel for a while, and, you know, us going into a mini hiatus, I guess you can say. Thanks for sticking by, and to all the new subscribers, you know, thanks for subscribing and all that. But yeah, that is it for me. I will see you all next time.